when do you take Lamar Jackson? I mean, do you take him in the fourth round?
When you have a quarterback that has 1,200 yards rushing and 7 touchdowns, that is such a big boost.
That's a running back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially. I mean, he had a better rushing season than some other top 10 running backs in in fantasy last year, and he was also quarterback throwing for over 3,000 yards and 36 touchdowns. So, I mean, yeah, fourth round. I would even say, call me crazy, but third round.
Somebody's going to do it.
Oh,
Somebody's going
for
to take him in
sure,
the first round in a lot of leagues.
most likely. Yeah,
I
especially in
don't
standard
like it.
scoring.
I don't like it conceptually, but I know that when I'm looking at Lamar Jackson versus what the field is right now,
Yeah.
like at that pick, I'll probably feel differently. 4 or 3 feels a little early, but that's where the really starts to thin out, and you can't tell if these players are either low ceiling or very iffy
Yeah.
at that point. So he's probably better than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's tough because the running back market is so small, and wide receivers there's kind of a steep drop off we've seen in most years, but I feel there's a couple rookies you can definitely get them in the later rounds. So in the early rounds you definitely want to load up, get yourself a running back, get yourself a wide receiver or two, and then tight ends especially, people are going to reach for tight ends. So I think quarterbacks are kind of going to take a back seat, and third, people are going to go third, second round grabbing a quarterback. I know they are, but the smart thing to do is to just wait. You can still get yourself a serviceable quarterback who will get you 300-400 points in the later rounds.
The one thing we know about fantasy is that you need 2 or 3 guys who can go off for 30 points a game. And it doesn't matter what position they are. It could be quarterback, tight end, whatever. I mean, back in the heyday of Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez before he murdered everybody. I mean, those were the guys that you would want on your roster because their ceilings were so high. It doesn't matter what position. So if you can get Jackson or Mahomes or maybe Prescott or maybe Wilson, that's just one of those guys that you have guaranteed to be one of those major producers for your team.
Exactly.